Thanks so much for tuning in to Meeke. Hey, did you know that November is National Adoption Month? Well, it is, and I'm so excited that on today's show, we're going to be talking about adoption. We're going to compare natural adoption to what God has done for us by welcoming us into his spiritual family. I hope that you'll stick around. Eddie V is in studio. He's going to help me make sense of today's headlines, and then I'm going to tell you what's got me all pinned up, and I'm talking about do-it-yourself home decorations that are perfect for fall. Meeke starts right now. Remember the day you were saved? Do you remember what it was like to experience the love of God? You know, I have these memories of talking to my mom about her conversion experience, and she speaks of it with such joy, coming to know the Lord. And then I have these memories of my mom not talking a whole lot about her childhood. So I remember one time, you know, noting the fact that she didn't talk about growing up a whole lot. And she said, well, I don't talk about it because it's not good. My childhood wasn't good. And she said, in fact, I feel like my life started when I was adopted into the family of God. She's always said this. I feel like that's where my life began, when I experienced the love and forgiveness and protection of God through Jesus Christ. You know, as I was planning for this show, we're going to talk about adoption. I can't help but realize that it's exactly what God has done for us. He's adopted us into his family. We have access to God by way of Jesus Christ. It's powerful. Consider this, found in Galatians chapter 4, verses 4 through 7. It says, but when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those who were under the law, that we might receive the adoption as sons. And because you are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying out, Abba, Father. Therefore, you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. You're no longer a slave, but a son. It's as if, just like in a natural adoption, spiritually, God looked at you, and not for any reason that you deserved, but he said, that one, I choose that one. Thanks so much for watching Meeke today. I think you're going to be really, really encouraged. We'll be back in just a little bit.
I don't know how someone can get through an aisle without anybody noticing on the floor.
Once you end up with something like this and your house smells amazing and you have wowed your guests, it's all worth it.
We became very passionate as we saw children linger in the system, that was not Christ's way of lingering when you needed help. He provided adoption.
Over 100,000 kids waiting for families.